You see the white dot on this great white shark? That's a relatively new injury. What caused it, I don't know. I named the shark Spot for obvious reasons. But 7 months ago, I filmed this shark in 2 different locations. Finding the same shark in 2 different locations is typically a hard thing to do. First location was a sandy beach, an easier place to see a shark. The second location was within a kelp bed. It is much harder to find sharks there. This second location, a kelp bed further away, likely served as a feeding grounds for this shark. Finding that same shark 7 months later at a third location is not what I expected. But here's the shark, some 60 miles away on a different beach and in a different kelp bed. The injury is now a healed black dot. What's more interesting is that now I've seen a handful of the same sharks using this third location after they've healed. Look at the scars on this shark's head. And here's the same shark months later at the location. Once again, the shark is healed. Here's another shark I filmed last year. Notice the slashed dorsal fin. And here it is again, at the third location with its dorsal fin healed, but significantly damaged. This is a shark I hope to find again. That injury is significant. So far, no luck finding it. But I'm certain if it's alive, she may be found at the third location. There's plenty of speculation about what caused this injury. The shark I hope to find most is Arrow. It has a major pectoral fin injury. I'm still searching for her despite it being 2 years since I last saw it. Finding this shark could provide lots of information about the shark's health and resilience. She's not the only shark I've seen with injuries to its pectoral fins. Here's another. Notice how this fin is bent as well. These injuries are likely long line fishing injuries. And this shark had a major injury that has healed on its tail. Look at the gash. And this shark has boat prop injuries, as evidenced by the multiple white marks left by a spinning propeller. Boats do hit great white sharks. I know, I've seen it happen. Watch as this small watercraft runs straight into this shark. The shark even whips its tail up just after contact. Contrary to popular belief, it seems that boat strikes on sharks are much more common than thought. While most boaters have a natural interest in seeing a shark, it's wise to remember that sharks do get struck, and speeding through known shark nurseries in Southern California can lead to injuries. And as you can see here, it's not just small sharks on our shores. It is not rare to see sharks and boats and curious humans together. It's very natural for both parties to be curious. There certainly isn't anything wrong with sharing the same space. In fact, there are plenty of individuals who wouldn't bat an eye at enjoying such a sight. But the injuries I see most often are usually injuries from fishing. Can you see the hook attached to this shark and the leader it's dragging behind? The friction from the line causes the scratches. But sharks are resilient, and injuries like these fishing injuries are a far cry from the injuries sustained due to long-line fishing. Just look at this same shark and how it has healed so effectively. In 2 months' time, the shark went from this to this. Although it's sometimes tough to see injuries from fishing, the common misconception is that hooks and lines remain for life. However, that is not the case. Most fishing hooks are made to dissolve, and sharks are able to cope with it. A much greater danger to the sharks is the amount of plastic and mylar balloons that exist in the ocean. Sharks have survived millions of years without humans, but injuries aside, it's the massive amount of sharks that humans kill every year that is their biggest threat. The injuries I've seen on them, both from above the water and beneath the water, speaks to their resilience. The question still remains, just how many great white sharks are there? How many of these juvenile white sharks in Southern California are reaching adulthood? The fact of the matter is, we just don't know exactly, but that doesn't mean we aren't closer to finding out. Are great white shark populations up? This is an adult female shark. She's seemingly pregnant. My goal is to tell the story of a great white from birth to adulthood. In order to do that, I've recently teamed up with the California White Shark Project. The California White Shark Project aims to sustain the largest survey of white sharks in the world with collected data spanning 30 years. Although I captured these images of large sharks in Southern California, I recently traveled to Northern California, the Bay Area, and the Farallon Islands to learn about the research the California White Shark Project is conducting. And most of all, the importance of getting an accurate number of the white shark population. I highly encourage your support for this organization.